Chris, this doesn't mean you're getting out of cutting that tree.
That's why I dressed that.
I can't tell you what he said pull in the parking lot because scouts are here. Tree my. So, my name is Matt Heinga. For some of you that don't know me, I'm the committee chairman for the troop for about 2.5 years. I figure we'll mingle for about a half hour, 45 minutes. There's lots of food here, and probably about 2:15 we'll do a formal program. So go ahead and visit with Chris and enjoy yourselves.
Fast enough to watch it the other day, or you're going to DVR it? Oh, right, it's 5 minutes late.
I still make this anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Say it's a foregone conclusion, you know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
See, this is a testament. You still fit in your uniform. I would never.
Hey, I'm always in training, my man.
Congratulations, Chris. Thanks, Mark.
I had to wear them because it's all because of you.
Oh, yeah.
And we still have the record for a short time.
Yeah, Richards are hot on your heels. Yeah, I wasn't real up. I was kind of fishing at that. Come cut a tree. I thought, yeah, right. But then I thought, I really didn't.
Say hi to my YouTube channel.
Thanks. Oh, man.
I was Matt's predecessor as troop committee chair for a little while. I did have the good fortune of having a year off from being a packmaster. Chris said, I'm going to give you a year. I said, okay. So sure enough, the next year, hey, are you ready? I said, okay. So anyway, hey, Chris, you know, I offered to write a song for you on behalf of all the parents and all the guys in Troop 438, and this is it. Okay, this was titled Year After Year. Year after year, day after day, Chris helps boys to grow up in so many different ways, showing them the right way and teaching them how to be a scout that lives the oath and law and doing the good turn day. Spent many years helping kids to realize their dreams, from learning to survive, from doing things outside, building self-reliance in everything they do. Year after year, day after day, Chris helps boys to grow up in so many different ways, showing them the right way and teaching them how to be a scout that lives the oath and law and doing a good turn day, taking them camping to places near and far, telling lads to shower up before heading home in a chaperone's car. Yeah, year after year, day after day, Chris helps boys to grow up in so many different ways, showing teaching them how to be a scout that lives the oath and law, doing the good turn daily. Summer camps on Puget Sound and out-of-state review, building acres in the cold or towers in the mall you cruise. Year after year, day after day, Chris helps boys to grow up in so many different ways. Showing them the right way and teaching them how to be a scout that gives you oath and law, and doing the good turn daily. For 30 years he's led with dignity and care, no matter who the scouts might be. For them he'll always be there. Year after year, day after day, Chris helped boys to grow up in so many different ways. He's showing them the right way and teaching them how to be a scout that lives the oath and law, a scout that lives the oath and law. Oh, a scout that lives the oath and law, and doing the good turn daily.
May, because in June I have a week-long camp out with the Boy Scouts and I can't miss that. So thinking about what cheerful was, I thought, okay, I can be cheerful about this because in May it's not as hot and there's no air conditioning in the church where we got married. So I've been cheerful about that ever since, that we have to get back for this camp out. I am really absolutely grateful, Chris, that you have given to the Scouts and to the community. I think what you do is outstanding, and you do it selfishly and without any desire or need to have people thank you. And I personally do want to thank you.
I'd just like to express some sincere gratitude for my father, Chris Myers. During my time as a scout, at times I was a little hesitant to be involved in scouting. But every day I feel the value of it, and right after I graduated from college, one of my first positions I got was immediately because I was an Eagle Scout and from the skills that I learned. And you've always been dedicated and always been very loyal and always been there for me when I needed you, and you're a great representative of what a true man should be.
best scouting adventure with the troop was definitely the Philmont backpacking trip. It was just a complete highlight for me. Going up to the top of a mountain and just seeing the views and seeing the sights was truly, truly incredible.
Igloo building is not every day you get to tell someone that you slept in an igloo or snow cave overnight in our mirror in like 15-degree weather.
He said, everyone bring a can of soup, we'll all make soup, that'll be the lunch, and then like Scouts went into organizing it. Everyone brought a different kind of soup. Like, some people had like cream of broccoli and clam chowder, and other people had SpaghettiOs. People were like freaking out, like, oh, I don't want like cream in my SpaghettiOs. And we ate it, and it was the most delicious soup I've ever had.
My first igloo trip, I showed up with basketball high tops, cotton socks, cotton underwear, all the stuff that Mr. Myers told you not to bring. I brought it.
Probably my best scouting experience came when I was at Buffalo Bill, and one of the things that we did, we went on a rafting trip, and the river was exceptionally low, and so it wasn't as intense of waves, and the rapids just wasn't at the same class level as it normally was. And so we decided to use the younger scouts as torpedoes and launch them back and forth between the rafts. And we had a lot of guys out there, so we ended up having, I think, 12 people on each raft, which is a lot more than normal. And so we ended up tossing them back and forth, and it was a good time for us, because I used to be one of those torpedoes. The listeners and the answer used to toss me around, so it was a fun experience to be able to toss the younger scouts around.
When I was at Camp Parsons, and it was my first big camp out as SPF, I was terrified because I had no idea how to wrangle cats, and everyone was everywhere, so I resorted to some nefarious leadership tactics, namely running some scouts' underwear up a flagpole. And that kept the locals in line for a bit, and Mr. Myers kind of pulled me aside and he said, Davis, that's not how we do it here.
I was introduced to one of the funniest skits that I have seen to this day at a camp. It was called Arnold Schwarzenegger's Nursery Rhymes. Little boy blue,
I'd say the best adventure would have been my very first summer camp. It was all the way over to Buffalo Bill in Yellowstone, Wyoming. And I wasn't quite prepared for it. You know, week-long camp, I'm 11 years old. I guess my parents going, but you know, that's not very much fun. And I guess just the whole experience was great. I wasn't ready to, you know, sleep in a tent with a bunch of guys for a whole week and, you know, have to eat the food and take all the costs on bears. And I didn't really know how much was going into it, but I loved it in that first week.
Organized. Interesting.
Saintly.
Awesome.
Committed. Confident. Patient.
Superhero. Accepting.
Role model.
A leader.
Patience.
Adventurous.
An important trait that I've learned from scouting is good leadership. It's sought after everywhere. It's applicable in everything that I've done, from theater to a job search to college. Everybody wants somebody who can show a good leadership quality and is organized under pressure, and scouting has really given that to me.
I learned perseverance, to never give up, and to always try our hardest.
To always be prepared. Ever since then, I've always maybe carried around a knife and a first aid kit, because I know I'm going to need a knife, and I'm constantly injuring myself.
Being in troop with Mr. Myers is, being patient, understanding how important that is.
Thinking like 2 steps ahead and seeing what was coming next, and also kind of have that delegation.
Yeah, I would say what I learned the most from Chris in the 22 years is patience. When God was handing out patience, I got tired of waiting in line and I left. We spent a lot of nights together in the tent discussing, and we would discuss the activities of the day. And usually my comment was, this kid doesn't deserve to live. Well, let's give him another week or two.
The biggest thing that really stands out is the leadership that I learned from scouting, but that Chris Myers also demonstrated to all of us. And it's something that I've really come to appreciate later on, in looking back at it, kind of from taking a step back and really looking back at my time in Scouts. Mr. Myers was really great at showing us how to lead and to take charge of things.
So we're going to give you a couple warm-up questions. The first warm-up question is, name your patrol that you were in when you earned your Eagle rank.
The Raid or the old Row Patrol. Our flaggers never had a whiskey bottle. Don't be allowed anything like that.
There you go.
I think it was the Raid or the Patrol. I was originally in
Your patrol yell. Tenderfoot requirement number 5.
Well, when I was longer, it was original.
Okay, you think he's ready to play? Are you smarter than a Boy Scout? Okay, question number 1. Scouting began in which country?
Multiple choice? No, actually,
Multiple choice.
England.
A, Canada. 2, South Africa. Kind of out of practice. 3, United States, or D, England.
England.
There you go. Oh, we're getting there, don't worry. I got 3 pages of them. Question number 2. That's why we save it to the last, it's the best. Question number 2. The first thing to fail on a tent is usually the A...
Zipper.
So apparently we have to use some of our techniques that we learned to work the crowd. So I read the question, and I tell you one of 4 questions, and then from those choices, you will recite which one the answer is. Are you on board now? Are you smarter than a Boy Scout? Question number 2, again, the correct way. What's the first thing to fail on a? The first thing to fail on a tent is usually the. We're gonna start backwards now. D, floor. C, stake. B, pole. Or A.
A.
There you go. There's our music for getting it right. True or false? A hybrid tent is the one that was made by 2 different designers. So you only have 2 choices here. It's 50%. True or false?
True or false?
Yeah, you have to pick
10. I would say true.
A hybrid tent is one that was made by 2 different designers. That is false. I'll teach you more as we go along. Question 4. Which is warmer on a winter backpacking trip? A tent or a snow cave?
Snow cave.
Hey! Question number 5. Smellable items or things with an odor Smellable items or things with an odor that could entice a bear to enter your tent include everything except A, dried salmon, B, gorp, C, sunscreen, D, dirty socks, and E, wet wipes. What was the last one? Wet wipes.
It would be D, dirty socks.
Excellent. There it is.
No, there are no such things as dirty socks. It's lightly used.
Question number 6. True or false? That's at 50-50. True or false? New studies show that bear spray, if applied to your clothes and backpack for 2 hours before hiking, is the most effective way to ward off grizzlies.
False. It's appetizer.
There you go. Right. Question number 7. The best way to assure your drinking water is safe is to A, boil it, B, sip only the water you brought from home, C, filter it, or D, add iodine. Are you?
Safe as water?
You guys got the cue. Are you? D, sip the water you only brought from home is the best way to assure drinking water is safe. Good. Question number 8. A leave no trace question. Leave no trace guidelines say your dishwashing site should be how many feet from streams, lakes, or rivers? A, A, 100 feet, B, 200 feet, C, 200 feet downwind, or D, 300 feet from camp?
D. Second answer,
B, there you go. Excellent. Question number 9. When planning a route, expect to travel no faster than A, 10 miles per day, B, the slowest hiker in your group, C, 2 miles an hour, or D, your Scoutmaster?
Obvious answer, D. Slow Scout,
The answer is C. When planning a route, expect to travel no faster than 2 miles per hour. Good. Now we're going to have some map questions for you. On a topographical map, the color purple, A, designates man-made structures, buildings, bridges, railroads, and etc. B, shows revisions that are based on aerial photos. Or C, indicates areas with high concentration of seasonal wildflowers.
I'm going to have to probably go since you emphasized B. Blue is the one for buildings.
Okay, whatever. Question number 11. The difference between, it's another map question. The difference between true north line and the direction that the magnetic compass needle points is called?
Declination.
Experience, right, Brad? It's all about the experience.
This is highly choreographed, Chris. So this
hat meeting thing. The cornier the better. The answer is correct. Declination. So
You need some reinforcement.
Question 12. Which snake color pattern